You want me to say that?
Overall, how pleased were you with your team?
Overall, I am pleased. You know, I thought that we made the hustle plays. You know, we had 12 turnovers, and I still think that there's several of those where we need to cut that down. But obviously, the turnovers were a big thing coming out of the last game. And they play that zone that they play where it's unconventional. And so you don't really know where your shots are coming from. And I thought our guys did a good job of just making the ball hot, hitting the open man. Otto was very effective in the overload, I thought, finding other people as well as scoring.
Do you feel like you're better able to extend the defense just because of the personnel you had this year as opposed to last year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we're longer. We're longer, and it's more effective than you could have done it last year. We were small. We were a small team last year. I'm not sure how effective it would have been. We're longer, and our guys are attentive.
Speaking of rebounding, in other regards, got involved in the Utah program in the past. How critical was it for Jason that he get?
When you look at Jason had 15, 8, and 8, which is good. And so, you know, Jason Clark, you know, during this stretch, there's probably several people on our team. You know, Jason, Nate, Otto to a lesser extent, you know, weren't making shots. And they just got to remember that they're really good basketball players and do a lot of different things. And so, you know, Jason banged a few shots today, but his presence was felt on the boards, which we needed, which goes back to the first question out of that zone. And there were a lot of long rebounds that our guards had to get.
What was the message after Monday's game, the week of practice leading up to that?
It's when it was no turnovers. Turnovers were what. You know, because we felt, I mean, if you look back at that game, and as a coach, you can think of a million things that you could have, should have done differently. As a player, they can think of a million things they could have, should have done differently. And once you sift through all of that, if we don't turn the ball over and if we make our foul shots, you know, we might have probably would have walked away with some success the other day. And so I thought the turnovers were just, I mean, I keep saying this, I said it after that game, we didn't want to turn the ball over. And we still have to improve that. I think that when we get shots, when we come down and get a shot, we've shown we make a good percentage of it.
John, how did you right? You got down 13-5 over timeout. Remembering that some of us write family newspapers, what did you say in that timeout?
I thought we were, I said, cherubs. Let's step it up a notch. No, it was. I thought we were lethargic, and you know, the message was we need to pick up our energy level, and once we picked up our energy level, the offense got better, the defense got better, and that was that message: is we need to pick up our energy level.
What's your impression of Harkless in this game?
He's tough. He's tough. He can score a lot of different ways. Glad he got in foul trouble because he's a load to handle. He's a versatile player. That's a very, very good offensive player.
How often did he score in the second half of the last game? Today he scored all 20 points in the second half. Can you talk about his stick-to-itness after going over 6 in the first half?
Yeah, you know, I saw that stat at halftime and didn't realize it. And didn't realize he was. I mean, we all know Hollis can shoot. We want to get Hollis shots, whether he's 0 for 6 or whatever he was in the second half. We feel pretty good about him taking shots, and we know we have to get him shots. And I thought they did. You know, if Hollis had made a couple shots in the first half, Jason might have had 10 assists. But he doesn't lose confidence in himself. We don't lose confidence in him, and we just have to make sure we get him shots. Go on.
What is Greg Whittington's best game of the win?
God, you ask some grandiose questions. I don't know. Greg definitely, Greg and Otto, particularly Greg came in during that 13-5 question, 13-5 question. You know, during that point, we put Greg in, and I feel like he got 2, 3, 4 offensive rebounds to help get us out of that drought. And so his rebounding, his offensive rebounding helped us. How many did he end up with?
8.
6 offensive. And several of those, I don't know the exact number, were key during that first half stretch.
John, you wouldn't say it before the game, but having lost 2 in a row with another road game coming, how big was this to commit and have to win a game?
I mean, I'm going to give a cookie cutter answer, but it's true. Every game's big in this league, man. You know, obviously, just emotionally, you don't want to lose 3 in a row and then have to go back on the road again. Wins on this road, in this league on the road, are hard to come by. And every night's a dogfight. Every night you have to scrape. So this was a big game in that regard. You know, and just as important. I mean, you guys, some of you guys have played. You've been around it. I mean, you lose a couple, and you got to get out of it. You just got to find a way to get out of the rut. And I think our guys realized that the only way to get out of this was hard work, and they put forth. Our effort today was good, I thought.
Are you ever shocked by Otto's, the timeliness of Otto's contributions, a rebound here, a shot here when you need them? Does that shock you at all?
No, because we've seen it. You know, he's the early part of his freshman year, but we've seen it consistently since this summer. And so he just makes plays. He just makes plays. And you're right, the timing of a lot of those rebounds were key today. You know, both he and Greg on the boards.
Questions for the players?
Wallace, what adjustments did you make in the second half? Or did you make any adjustments in the second
Yeah, I
half?
didn't really make any adjustments.
What was the difference for you then?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. You know, they were kind of playing that zone to start up with, and we found that when we moved the ball, we could get open shots. And in the first half, you know, they were just running out, and then in the second half, they were falling.
Can you talk about the overall defensive effort? You guys held them to over 10 from 3-point line, especially against the guards.
Well, I mean, I guess the zone we were playing, they weren't able to get their normal penetration, and because they couldn't, you know, penetrate and get us to suck in, then we better contest them with 3-pointers.
Hollis, can you talk about the feeling amongst yourselves on the court when Hark was fouled out? That seemed to be the turning point in the game.
I mean, I guess was all happy.
Rado, did you sense any frustration on St. John's part? There was one point at the end of the first half, you guys had 4, 6, 8 guys out there, and they really had trouble finding any kind of decent shot.
I mean, when we have a lot of big guys out there, it just takes a lot of space. We use our long arms and things to tip passes and make it hard for the offensive player to even see the floor.
Jason, there seems to be more completeness in your games this year. What have you focused on prior to the season and during the season to kind of fill some certain things out?
Just continuing to work hard, trying to improve on every part of my game. I mean, that's basically it.
Just the overall feeling right now, Jason, for this team. I mean, coming off 2 losses, kind of a prolonged road trip here. You know, going to Chicago with some momentum now after a solid win.
It feels good, you know, get a solid win. We're going to be on this 2-game road trip, and it's always good, like Coach said, to get wins on the road, you know, to keep boosting our confidence and keep winning games.
Hollis, they said that Coach said he didn't lose confidence in you, the team has confidence in you. But what's halftime like for a great shooter like yourself, over 50% on threes, and you're sitting there with an opener, and you know, what's halftime like for you? You want to bust through the door to get back out, or you upset, or what's it like?
No, not really. I mean, I think, you know, coming out of halftime, you just got to say, well, you know, another drop. But, I mean, I have confidence in my shooting. And, I mean, if the last one's haven't dropped, that means I got one coming soon. So.
Hollis didn't realize he was over. That's a good shooter.
Otto, talk about your penchant for making plays in a timely fashion. I mean, do you think, like, I need to get this rebound and you get it, or does it just happen?
It just happened. You know, I just go out there and play my hardest, and it just happened.
Jason, did St. John's seem like pretty much a 2-man offense to you between Harkless and Harrison?
They have a lot of great players that can score the ball. Today it was, you know, it was those two, and a lot of teams just one day it might be somebody, and the other day it might be somebody else. So I think that today, you know, they were the 2 players that were, you know, scoring the ball the most. But you know, they have a really good offensive team.
Anything else? Thank you.